Please welcome the one and only George Miller.
Oh my God, this is so exciting to have you here. Now, I want to know how long this movie has been going on in your head for, because we're crossing timelines now. It's a huge saga. This movie,
Yeah.
the whole Mad Max universe. How long has it been kicking around in your head?
Oh, I'd say well over a decade, this story. We had it written before we actually shot Fury Road, because we couldn't tell the story of Fury Road without knowing this story and what happened to the characters and the world. So it's been around that long, and we were able to show it to the actors and the cast and crew back then. And then eventually, when that film worked, we said, OK, let's give this one a shot. So here we are.
So you
just finished last week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you had, I mean, this is full on. You had that in your head for a decade.
Well, it was written down.
Are you okay?
But are you,
Yeah, we have big nightmares.
Are you okay in there?
Have you done a similar thing with Babe Pig in the City at all? Have you got
One kicking around.
nothing?
I often ask myself, am I okay? I hope I am. I can't tell. You have to see the movie to see.
We think you're great, George.
Hey, in this country, as we know, Hemsworths, they are heroes. So what made you know that this bloke was your man to be a villain?
I don't know. I met him. I knew his work. We talked. It was only about an hour and a half, and we talked about so many different things. I realised, there's a lot going on in here too. Maybe he's the crazy one.
He's insane.
I was going to say, I thought he was going to stop with, I met him.
And same as with this one as well. I mean, we met by Zoom. It was during COVID and stuff. But you had worked with Edgar Wright, and Edgar spoke so well of you. I suddenly thought, oh my God, here's someone who's got the discipline and the rigour to take on this role. It's a big role to take on.
So, Anya, what about for you? Like, had you delved into the Mad Max world at all before this came and found you?
It was Fury Road for me. I was working in Belfast, and as a cast bonding trip, we went to see this movie, and it's in my top 3 movie theatre going experiences ever. At the end of the film, I just stood up and clapped because I was so utterly transported and just thought, oh, I wonder if I'll ever get the opportunity to do something as unique and one of a kind as this. And so the second that George called, I was like, yep, I will be there.
So then cut to you hanging off the back of a spiked semi-trailer.
It's
Are
so
you suddenly
cool.
going, this was not a great idea?
No, it was... Chris and I have talked about this a lot. I think sometimes you can be so in your head and in the head of a character that you kind of forget how much you wanted this. And when you step on set to a Mad Max movie, the set builds, the vehicles, everything's done to such an incredible standard of, artistry that we were both looking at each other thinking, this is all I wanted when I was a kid. I wanted to be here doing this, and George creates that magic, and it's a magic that's super rock and roll. Like, there's not many movies that start off with start your engine instead of action.
Yeah.
So, it's pretty great.
There's so much about it. George, the Australians, the cast of the Australians are in there. It's an amazing cast. Like, early on, we were talking Tim Rogers, Ian Roberts. There's some people you wouldn't associate with being in there. Almost,
The Umbilical Brothers are in there.
Exactly.
Almost everyone, maybe except this panel, got in the show. How exciting was that to have, like, a cast almost all with Australian accents, like, appearing in these scenes?
Well, it was a big thing because the film is unmistakably set in Australia. When we think about the first Mad Max being dubbed with American accents when it was released in the United
I've
States.
watched that version of it.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
Isn't it?
so weird. It's one of the weirdest things you can ever watch.
And in this one, there was never any question. And you came along and you just started to speak with that accent. And no one ever commented. The studio never questioned it.
Because he's a Hemsworth. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Well, it's not contemporary English, Australian accent. You based it on one of your grandfathers.
Yeah, my grandfather used to have a... me and my brothers used to impersonate him and he'd be going, hey, how you going, kids? What are you doing? Hey, are you hungry? Come outside. And so I wanted to have an accent that was Australian and familiar, but not of this time. And as the Mad Max world is a fictionalised version of something, and so it kind of fit, and then a few other influences, but the nasality and the rhythm to how my grandfather spoke kind of fit the poetry in the way that George writes as well. So.
One of the things I love about the world that you've created here is the names of the characters. We've got Dr. Dementus, we've got, well, there's the brothers, there's Rictus and Scrotus, of course. Cheeto the Fragile. My personal favourite, Piss Boy. George, two things. What is your favourite? And then what would my name be in the post-apocalyptic world?
You've got to give me time on that one. I mean, I don't
George, we don't have time. We'll go around the table and everyone can come up with their own names and submit them anonymously.
Rovofius.
Sounds solid.
Say it with the accent.
Rovofius.
So dreamy too, like looking you right in the eyes. What about this? Let's say I've got a bunker.
Yeah.
Okay. We're in the let's say fictionally. I've got a bunker. It's in the post-apocalyptic world. I can only fit... This goes to the group.
Okay, great.
I've only got so many people I can fit in my bunker. What skills, what Mad Max skills can you bring and offer to make yourself bunker worthy? George, I'll let you go last. Go around the table. Hemsworth, hit it.
I mean, no, you start the table here.
No, we're...
No.
And don't say handsome. I don't want handsome. It makes you a threat. I don't need that.
You know,
Carrying things.
Are you good with your hands?
You can do good with my hands. They're good with massages. And, you know, you and I have had some great massages.
Okay, there's no more room for anyone else.
Wow. Deep tissue.
Tanya, what about you? What have you got? Secret skills?
Oh my God! I guess.
A lot.
Wait, no, you answer for me. That's it.
Yeah, sorry, no, you answer.
Please.
You got to answer that.
Please.
She could ride a motorbike when she was a kid.
Oh.
She never learned to drive and learned to drive on this movie and did stunts.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so...
There's some seriously high-pressure driving.
I think I mistakenly or like hopefully believe that I can actually do anything, and I think that will like take you so far. Obviously,
Taylor Joy,
like,
you're in the bunker.
thanks. Thanks.
George, Dr. Miller, sir.
There's nothing I can do. I honestly would not survive.
Do you know what? Knowing what's in your head, I think you'll be fine outside the bunker.
Unbelievable stories. The oldest thing that human beings have done, learning by telling stories. This man is definitely in the bunker.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
but
afraid
that's
the
all I
rest
can
of
do.
you, there's no more.
You can bring all these movies on DVD to watch in the bunker.
Done.
You know,
There you go.
Mad Max.
Just
right?
quickly, we're almost out of time. Chris, you're chairperson of the Met Gala next week, is it?
Oh, yeah.
I need
Are
to
you
know,
going?
are you going to wear the nose?
Yes, I am now.
Oh,
I didn't
really?
think about it. No.
So
no.
you're styled by me when people say what you're wearing.
Yeah, absolutely. I should have worn the nose and the teeth and the whole thing. Yeah, it's me, Jennifer Lopez, and Bad Bunny.
Hey!
Wow.
So
Bad Bunny.
I mean, you know, it's. I was going to turn up in my wetsuit top or my board shorts and stuff.
yeah,
see
yeah.
how that goes down.
I love it.
Yeah.
I want
does
to
a co-chair
I want to
do?
go into that bunker instead.
Rose obsessed with bunkers.
Anna Winter is coming, you could say.
I'm drinking the rocks urine in there, apparently.
A Furiosa, a Mad
the audience
Max
just went-
Saga.
No.
It is hitting cinemas on May 23. It is epic. Go see it. Would you please give a huge thanks to these incredible stars.